with joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear. Grab your headphones, tune in tight. Late night laughs or morning light. From RPGs to the classics they play. Spitting fire on the mic every single day. Joey's got the jokes, Tim's got the facts. Alex breaks it down, no game gets lax. Each episode's a gem, they're the squad. This holiday season, they're your pod gods. From the 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear.
Joey was having a nice little vibe there. The vibe check was real.
Yeah, I was hyping myself up and you guys are just staring into the abyss.
Joey's there throwing shapes and me and Tim are just like,
I'm there throwing shapes, you're there throwing shade. What's going on?
I'm here throwing up.
Tune in to next week's Two Blokes from Blighty. I've got a hell of a story about throwing up that I want to surprise Tim with.
No.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about Two Blokes from Blighty. We're here back with another Podmas, and you can bet your ass we're getting as much content out of the Game Awards as we can, so...
It's the cow that won't stop being milked.
We're going to milk that cow until it's cheese. I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about the announcements.
Is the cow going to be cheese?
Sorry?
Is the cow going to be cheese?
The cow
have you never heard
cheese, not the milk, the cow.
You've heard of laughing cow cheese? That's where that comes from.
Oh, they've just milked it too much and now it's become a cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. The Game Awards, or as it's come to become known, the Expedition 33 Awards, there was quite a lot of announcements and some of it looked really fucking good. So we're going to just have a quick rattle through them. Some of them we're going to absolutely glance over because none of us care. Some of them we all have some very strong feelings about and we will go deeper into it. I will link it in the description of this episode, but we are going through an article that Eurogamer have put out called Here's Everything Announced at the Game Awards 2025. This article has videos of every single announcement, so if you want to follow along with what we're talking about, maybe load that up. So let's get started. We're going to go in order because it's easier that way. So the first game we're going to talk about, possibly, is The Free Shepherd, a lovely looking shepherd dog game with something a bit fantastical clearly going on for PS5 and Steam. So yeah, that was The Free Shepherd. It's a game where you play as a sheepdog and you move sheep around. I'm not sure what more to say.
I'm kind of here for this one. I think it looks interesting.
It gives me a bit of a vibe of, is it Spirit of the North?
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks okay. I mean, it looks pretty enough.
I didn't like Spirit of the North when I actually played it.
Do you know what, Tim? Fuck off.
Alright, I'm saying I'm still excited for this game. I'm still acting positive. Dick.
Moving on before there's another argument. Decrepit, which is Souls-like influences in its DNA, so you two are going to be well on board for this.
I don't remember this announcement at all.
Sorry?
I don't remember this announcement at all.
I think some of these were, the pre-show before the real show.
Yeah.
The bit you skip at the start.
There's so many of these.
There's a spider. That's good. This game is spiders.
Yeah, so this game, I think, looks okay. But what I think they've done is they've put the word Souls-like in it for absolutely no reason. So I think it looks... Games like this annoy me, where your hands are constantly in front of your face, because if it's POV, no one ever walks like that. And if it's not POV, why are you looking from the perspective of someone's chest?
Do you know what this kind of looks like? Did you guys ever play Highlight on the Genesis?
Go on.
It looks like a modernization of that, but with now spooky enemies.
Yeah.
It's
definitely not Souls-like. No way.
It doesn't look it, does it? It very much smacks of
to me, it looks like
Skyrim.
It's a first-person dungeon crawler. That's all it is.
Which automatically makes it a Souls-like.
I don't think it's Souls-like. at all. I think it's just like medieval-esque first-person dungeon crawler, which, you know, might be Souls-like in presentation, but certainly not in gameplay, and the gameplay is what makes it Souls-like.
I wonder if by Souls-like they mean that they've just not bothered to balance the combat and they've gone, do what you will.
Well, hang on. The Souls-like combat is often very balanced.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is they've half-assed the combat and gone, yeah, call it a Souls-like.
Maybe.
The thing is, I think... I'm sorry, I'm coming in halfway through your conversation. I feel like every game that is slightly difficult, people say, this is a Souls-like, and that's definitely not the case. To me, Tim hit the nail on the head. This is a first-person dungeon crawler. Nothing more, nothing less.
The description doesn't necessarily say Souls-like. What it says is it's got some Souls-like influence in its DNA.
That could be
which I think, as you're saying,
writing.
is basically lol hard.
If we saw this on the website we request our review games, I would not request it.
No.
So,
No. Cool. Audio
Cool.
Mech.
Next up, one that I'm quite excited about is Audio Mech.
Yeah, I don't know much about this, but I got told it's something that I would like, because it's like kind of weird now that it's from the guys behind Audio Surf. I'm actually in. I fucking love Audio Surf.
It's a bit of like a almost twin stick shooter-esque looking rhythm game.
Have you guys ever played Audio Surf?
Nope.
Yes.
Joey, it's great. It's basically just like an on-rails driving thing, but like you have to swap lanes and do certain tasks to the rhythm of music. So if this is just a twin stick in the same kind of vein, you're in for a good time.
Okay, nice.
Plus, Audio Surf has got tons of community support with people uploading custom songs and stuff. If this does that as well, we're onto a winner.
Well, I think it says it's somewhere in the trailer, but it might have just been something at the end of the actual announcement on the Game Award. But basically, you stream the music to it rather than a lot of these types of games where you can upload custom music to it. You have to download the music to then put the file into the game, which in 2025, there you go, any music works, even streaming.
Wow.
2025, downloading music, just you don't do it. So if I can say that game... Sorry?
There's a demo for it out now.
Yeah. So, but that game, it's like, you can... If I can say to it, here's a YouTube playlist of songs I want to play through, then it's a winner.
I've gone ahead and added the demo to my library already.
Tim's now playing Audio Mech instead of recording the episode.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go on to one that looked really good and I think got a lot of attention from the awards. Is Pragmata, a sci-fi shooter from Capcom.
So, I can remember when Pragmata was first announced, because I was really bloody curious about what it actually was, because it was a weird, like, astronaut thing from Capcom, and Capcom, like, they're not afraid with their new IPs to kind of go a bit ham on the concepts and just be like, whatever. The more I've seen of this, the less interested I am.
I agree completely. I think the girl seems to be a bit of a selling point for them. They're really keen to like push this really creepy doll-looking girl down your throat.
Well, she's meant to be a personification of the AI in the game, I think. Because like we can see on screen now, she's like kind of like doing like puzzles, does like attacks or whatever. And she's clearly meant to be some sort of like algorithmic robot. But they didn't portray that at all in the first trailer. It was just like, there is a weird world and like you're an astronaut in New York and there's dinosaurs and robots and shit. And it's like, alright, cool, I'm in for that. But now it's just like, it's an action shooter with puzzle elements. Great.
Here's the thing, we've got a main character who, from the sounds of the trailer, is a bit of a loner. He's a bit on his own. He's wandering this sort of weird sci-fi world with weird monsters, and there is a small child walking around with him. Does that not just sound like Death Stranding with a sci-fi court?
It gives real Death Stranding vibes. But I think
the first thing I thought when I saw it was, this is Death Stranding.
But the Game Awards trailer that they show has a big boss fight with a robot in the middle of New York. And I feel like it should be really interesting, but it's just not. It's looks
just not grabbing me.
Really on rails. I feel like it's got big red circles at the bit that you're supposed to shoot. I actually feel like it might be a bit patronising to the gamer. I might be looking into that a bit much.
Like, I'm happy to be proven wrong, but right now it's really not grabbing me in the way the first trailer did. Because the first trailer had a real sense of intrigue, which I get is what a trailer is supposed to do. But the more I see of this, the more I'm just like, oh, okay.
But Dan the Man, the Tottenham fan, from our friends over at Gaming Views, I believe he has the demo for it, and I think he said it was quite good. So, I don't know.
But the boss fight in the trailers managed to do this really interesting thing as well, where there's a lot going on in the environment. There's billboards, there's signs, and yet it just all looks very bland. Yeah. I don't know how they've done it. But
I don't think it's bland. I think you hit the nail on the head. It feels like Death Stranding. That's what it looks like.
I mean, it very well could be interesting, and I think there's a demo. Yeah, there's a playable gameplay demo right now on Steam, so could be something to check out. But we'll see what comes of it.
We'll see.
Here's one I'm excited to see.
Here's one I'm excited for: Solasta 2. I've played a little bit of the original Solasta a while ago. It's another. I say another. That sounds a bit derogatory, but
it's another.
I'm gonna throw it on the fucking pile.
It's a turn-based grid combat system fantasy game a la Baldur's Gate 3.
It's even got a lot of the Baldur's Gate cast in it.
This preceded Baldur's Gate though.
Yeah.
The original, Solasta 1 preceded Baldur's Gate 3.
But Solasta 1 was pretty well received, right? It's meant to be very in-depth. And the trailer for Solasta 2 looks excellent.
It does look good.
I think Solasta 1 struggled a little bit at the start. I think it got quite mixed reviews to begin with, but then they worked on it and it just got better and better. And this trailer just looks great.
But do you not think that the popularisation of the fantasy turn-based D&D style game because of games like Baldur's Gate, it was popular before, but Baldur's Gate stuck it in the main line. I feel like games like this have to do very well, otherwise people just go cheap imitation of Baldur's Gate, and this doesn't feel like that.
It's also got an absolutely stacked voice cast. So we've got Devora Wild, who was Lae'zel. We've got Ben
Clea,
Starr,
who also plays Verso.
Well,
it's a combination of the Baldur's Gate and Expedition cast.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Amelia Tyler, who was obviously the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3.
It just looks fun.
It looks great.
It looks good.
I mean, we went for three very different things there. It looks fun. It looks great. It looks good.
I think this is if we're willing to put the money into it, obviously, I think it's a strong contender for a stream next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Mayhaps.
Scratch that Baldur's Gate itch.
Actually, Baldur's Gate balls.
But wait
now
a minute.
Now we're going to go a totally different direction. We're going to look at Tank Rat.
The second I saw the title for this, I thought Tim is going to... His trousers just got shorter.
Well, it's, little tank.
The trailer, when the trailer was on, when I was watching the Game Awards, I was like, this just looks like dumb fun. It's a bit sort of World of Tanks, but you build little sort of...
Tanks?
Oh, what's the movie I'm thinking of?
Toy
in
Soldiers.
The desert with the weird vehicles.
Mad Max.
Mad Max. It's got a bit of a Mad Max look to it.
I'm sorry, you cannot say the movie with the vehicles in the desert and expect Mad Max. That's offensive.
Tim got it.
Offensive.
I look at this trailer and I kind of see a bit of Armored Core in here, if you guys have played that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's interesting, because this trailer does nothing for me, and Armored Core does nothing for me, so you're probably right.
No, Armored Core is great.
My concern with this game is it is the perfect formula for microtransactions.
Totally it is. Buy these wheels and this branded tank barrel.
Get Monster Energy stickers for your tank.
See, now I'm in. Now this one, next game moving swiftly on. Had you guys heard about Bradley the Badger before?
No, I was captivated by the trailer. It looks great.
Wicked. It looks really, incredible. Really good.
So this is made by some of the guys who used to be over at Naughty Dog working on The Last of Us and the Uncharted series.
It shows.
They've stepped away and made their own studios called... Is it Day 4 or Night 4? Night 4, I think. Nightfall Studios, and they've made this parody action platformer about a badger going through different films and games.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks really fun.
It's got a fantastic animation style. There's so much character and personality in Bradley the Badger.
I don't normally buy in for like puzzle platformer games like this. It's not really my bag, but watching this trailer, I was just like, this just looks like great fun. It looks like a good... It's probably going to be, 8-10 hours maybe?
I think
it just looks like fun.
It looks like a bit of a callback to games of like PS2 era. And I feel like it does that with a really nice modern looking twist in games that
like
we're
a
really
modern
fidelity.
Fidelity.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think it looks great.
I know he's got this little tool that lets him interact with the environment and change things. It just... If the game delivers half of what the trailer's showing us, it's a winner.
Yeah,
so go check out Bradley the Badger. It comes out at some point.
I actually think Bradley the Badger was one of the better games at their trailers. There were some really good trailers, but I do think that this might be one of the best ones.
Yeah, me too.
I think we're still in a period with gaming where everything's like you need to be hyper realistic or horror. And Bradley the Badger's gone, let's make a cartoon badger that's just out having a great time.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. Stupid never dies. The art style on this just looks incredible, but I don't know how the gameplay is going to be. It's a new action game, a poppy horror game, which stars a duo in love battling against wave of ghouls and undead horrors. And it's got a very sort of graffiti-esque kind of... It's a bit...
I can remember watching the trailer for this and thinking, man, these developers really wanted to make Lollipop Chainsaw and Sunset Overdrive but couldn't get the license for it.
Yeah.
I look at this trailer and think I'd really like to play the Walking Dead Telltale series again.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't interest me too much, but I can understand why people would be interested by it. It just doesn't look like my thing.
Well, it's an alternative pop-punk zombie game. Like, sure, whatever.
It looks nice.
Yeah, sure.
Which is, like, in terms of art style, it looks alright.
Yeah, I think it looks better in stills than it does in motion.
Yes,
if you ask me. But just from what I understand of the gameplay loop, it's another drop in the ocean of alternative pop-punk survival games.
But we are literally doing the thing you're told not to do here, and we're judging books by their covers.
Yeah.
And as far as this goes, it's an okay-looking cover, but it doesn't feel like... To me, it's all about that art style, and the gameplay doesn't really... Well, there's no gameplay. Well, there it is.
There's some right now on
minuscule
screen.
amount of gameplay, and it doesn't
if I
look like particularly interesting.
remember
gameplay.
rightly, the studio behind this is made up of devs who used to work on Devil May Cry.
Now Tim is back.
Hence the combat system. Because if you look at the combat, it does...
It's very hack and
smacks
slash.
quite a bit of Devil May Cry.
But I like Devil May Cry combat, but I don't know, the art direction's really not drawing me in. It kind of screams, you know that meme of Shadow the Hedgehog where it says, ow, the edge? It's just giving me that.
So Tim doesn't like edgy games.
No, I like soft corners and round things.
He does love edging, though.
It's one of my favourite pastimes. It's all about the payoff.
I actually haven't watched this trailer yet.
No?
I popped off a little bit when this came on, because I don't know if you guys have played Knights of the Old Republic, but fuck me, was that a good game, and this is a sequel.
I've never played it.
Oh.
So this is Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic for anyone who's listening along.
Joey, I need you to play some Knights of the Old Republic. That game is sick.
So, without trying to offend any of our listeners, Star Wars for me is meh.
I'm telling Josh.
Well, I mean, when I said don't want to offend any of our listeners, I was quite literally thinking of Josh.
Yeah,
but Star Wars for me, like the original ones are great, and after that, like the first Jedi Fallen Order, whatever it was called, was pretty good. I stopped playing the second one after about an hour, and I can't remember a Star Wars game that's really grabbed me apart from Fallen Order, other than... What was the one we had on Nintendo 64, Tim? Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. There was also Pod Racing that was pretty good.
Pod Racing was good. Steam port of that is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
We'll save that for that conversation for another trailer that's coming up in a bit.
Yes, that one I'm much more excited about.
I don't think I've played a Star Wars game much since Knights of the Old Republic. Battlefront 2 and Knights of the Old Republic were the ones I played, and that was about it.
Well, this is being done by the guy who directed Mass Effect, for a start. So already, I'm not a big Mass Effect guy, but I recognise that those guys are he's clearly got a mark of quality about him. Just because the games aren't for me doesn't mean they're not good. But we have been chomping at the bit for a something Old Republic related for years, and now we're getting a sequel. I'm very happy.
We?
Yeah.
Tim speaks on behalf of everyone.
All games.
This is like when IGN said, "We have worked out what the statue is," and it's like, you did nothing, IGN.
Speaking of statue, the game that none of us wanted to believe was going to be real, but Tim was convinced was, and I didn't want to believe it. We're getting a new Divinity game.
Can I say something controversial about this trailer?
What's that?
Go on.
Divinity as a game, I think, will be an excellent game. The trailer is a bit too much gore porn for me.
So I saw people complaining about this online as well, and the response I generally saw was, "Oh no, a game for adults."
The thing is, I understand. So Divinity Original Sin is about committing sins. And there's no bigger sin than murdering someone. And the whole kind of big thing of the child laughing and having a really good time at the festival while the man burns inside the Wicker Man statue. It's massive and it's impactful, so I understand why they did it. I just felt very uncomfortable watching it, and that's not to say that's a bad thing, but I felt like it was too much for a trailer at the Game Awards, bang in the middle of the Game Awards as well.
I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh no, Larian are doing a game that's a bit gory and a bit weird. They've clearly never played a Divinity game." Because I mean, look at what Baldur's Gate 3 had some pretty intense moments in it.
Yeah.
And that was a game that was not their own IP. Larian own the IP for Divinity. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and they're going to go wild with it.
Divinity has some really gory moments in, and I totally get that. I don't even have that much of a problem with it. I just didn't like the trailer. I think my problem for me is if I was sat there watching the Game Awards at home with my son, there was no pretense that this was going to be gory as fuck.
I mean, what we should say about this trailer is there are scenes of not only the guy getting burned alive that we're seeing right now, but there are scenes of people throwing up and the pigs eating it. There are sex scenes in the trailer as well. There's some limb tearing and things like that. So it is very, very gory in terms of that. And I think what you're saying is a fair point. There should have either been an advisory warning before it, or they could have... all the stuff of the sex scenes and the pigs eating throw up and stuff like that could have quite easily not been in the trailer, and it would have probably had the same impact.
Yeah, I mean, kind of going against what I originally said, I think it's an impactful trailer. I'm not going to forget this trailer in a hurry, and that's exactly what you want for a big trailer like this. I think it looks interesting. I'm looking forward to playing it when it comes out. I think it's going to be a day one purchase, is likely. However, the trailer itself, if I never saw it again, I would not be disappointed.
Yeah. What we should say as well is this is purely a cinematic trailer.
Zero gameplay.
This is a first look at this game, and I think it was said that there will be a gameplay trailer at is it Summer Game Fest or whatever they do?
I think so, yeah.
I think whatever Jeff Keighley's summer thing is, we're supposedly going to get a gameplay trailer. What I would also like is a release date, but this is easily going to be into 2027, I think.
I remember reading that Sven Vicky, the guy from Larian, who directed Baldur's Gate, and I think is the lead on this as well, has said that they're targeting 2028.
That sounds about right for Larian's
the other
dev
thing
cycle.
I don't understand, why all the hype to stick this trailer mid-show?
I think it's
this should have been the headline, surely.
Yeah. Because, like, hey, new game from the Baldur's Gate guys.
But the headline, and we will get onto it because we're gonna get through all of it. The headline is meh at best.
I'll be honest, it was so impactful I've entirely forgotten what it was.
Well, you'll remember it for how nothing it is when we get there.
I remember because obviously I watched this as a replay of the live stream that happened, and I remember the comments just popping off at the end of it, going, "Really? That was the end game trailer?"
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we're going to look at For Loop, which is an exciting new game, co-op third-person sci-fi shooter where you're constantly killed, reprinted, and sent out to ravage the world all over again. So it's basically a sci-fi shooter roguelike.
Yeah. Like, it's being made by the creator of Left 4 Dead and J.J. Abrams.
Oh, that's who he is, yeah.
He looks a bit
I
like
trying to
Greg
remember
Davies.
what he'd done.
I don't really remember this. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good.
Well, it's obviously going to draw a lot from the Left 4 Dead inspiration, 4-player horde survival shooter.
They did try and do that again, though. Did either of you play Back 4 Blood?
I played the alpha or the beta.
It was really full boring.
Yeah.
I remember it really not doing well.
It took itself so seriously when Left 4 Dead didn't, and this looks like it takes itself quite seriously. Also, another one that I think you, Alex, hit the nail on the head with. Rat Tank looks like it could be riddled with microtransactions.
Yeah.
I could see this one being microtransaction heavy. Buy the John Carpenter skin or whatever.
It just doesn't...
Can't wait to be playing.
Realistically, the group of us, with what we obviously play a lot of games together, we like our co-op games. It's sci-fi, it's shootery, it's visually fairly appealing. It feels like it should be something that three of us would be going, we should play that when it comes out. And I remember seeing it and thinking...
Do you think we're at a place now with gameplay trailers and announcements at awards where it's only the wild out there stuff or like the trusted brand that we get excited about?
Maybe. I would say so. I think every handful of years there's a change in what is the popular style of game. Obviously, the last couple of... And I think a lot of it is based on what wins Game of the Year. The last couple of years, we've seen quite a lot of fantasy and tactical stuff. We've also seen a lot of roguelikes because of what's been winning and what's been doing really well.
Game of the Year Balatro for 4 years in a row.
Exactly. I imagine that if, say, next year Call of Duty 8 and Battlefield 17 win all the awards, I imagine we'll end up going through a couple of years loop where everything is a shooter game again.
Yeah.
But I think what's nice to see is there are a lot of games, and we're going to look at another one now. There is starting to be more and more games where they're trying to break the mould from what is the current popular thing.
That's fair. I still think, especially with this one we're about to watch now, we're still going to watch it and say, oh, this feels like A, and then name of a game, crossed with name of a game. And I just wonder if games are that thick and fast nowadays and so good that we kind of bottleneck ourselves into comparing rather than taking it at face value.
Yeah, I think the crunch time 9-month dev cycles and constant slew of games, things need to take more time to be unique, I think. But this is Coven of the Chicken Foot.
Have you guys seen this trailer before watching it just now?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it at the Game Awards. It looks very Ghibli-esque in the character designs, not so much the environments, but the character designs.
I like that you did exactly what I said we'd do in this. I watched this trailer and thought, I don't think I want to play a game as a granny.
I want to try this. It looks interesting. I want to play with my unpredictable frog friend. Look at him.
But I don't... I mean, it's another walk-around puzzle game, isn't it, really?
Well, it's giving me the same kind of vibe in terms of gameplay as The Last Guardian from Team Ico.
Again. Yes, you're right.
Yeah?
I'm just saying we're just, like, pulling out of... The Last Guardian is the first thing I thought of when I saw this.
Yeah.
But, like, it's exactly like I just said. We're saying, oh, it's a Ghibli game that plays like The Last Guardian.
It's X in the style of Y.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, the art style on this looks nice. I'm not convinced that there's much of gameplay to it, to be honest with you.
I'll be the one to let you guys know then.
We'll be playing this on Teehee in no time.
Yeah, thanks to Tim. Next up, we've got a first-person shooter game called Ontos. Ontos.
On toast.
Why not?
I don't remember this trailer at all. I remember the name, but I don't remember the trailer in the slightest.
Also, can we just say, Kepler Interactive have been real busy this year with their publishing. Because, like, every other trailer has been published by Kepler.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Soma guys. So, like, Soma... Did you guys play Soma?
So, Soma is made by... This is the same people as Amnesia, isn't it?
I don't know if it's the same...
I think so.
Yeah, Soma and Amnesia are the same people.
So what they're good at is atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it might be quite a good atmosphere horror with a bit of what the H is going on here in it, but...
Yeah.
I don't remember much else about this. I mean, obviously it's got some really interesting presentation ideas.
I mean, I'm going to do exactly what Joey said we keep doing. It just looks like in terms of character design, environmental design, all of that, it just looks like every other sci-fi sort of game that's come out. You look at, I don't know, it looks like Starfield, it looks like BioShock, it looks like Mass Effect.
It gave me BioShock vibes.
Yeah. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The trailer wasn't much to write home about.
Nice. I've never heard of this genre.
Genre?
2XKO.
Tim?
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, so I talked about this in our last... Wait, that episode isn't out yet. I'm not going to say what that is then. 2XKO is Riot's free-to-play 2v2 fighting game, and do you know what? It's pretty bloody good. This was the confirmation that it's coming to consoles in January, plus they showed an intro animation for a character called Caitlyn. Now, I talk to girls and go outside, so I don't play League of Legends, and so I don't know who Caitlyn is, but she appears to be a gun-toting character, not too dissimilar from Elfelt in Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2, so... Maybe we'll see some cool interactions
I
in
go
there.
outside and talk to girls so I don't play League of Legends, and then references fucking Guilty Gear. He goes outside for work and he talks to one girl who is his fiancée.
It counts.
The thing is, going back to this trailer, this isn't something that is for me at all. I'm not asked about fighting games particularly. I'm not asked about XKO. I actually thought it was 2KXO for a very long time until today. That's how little... It's not for me.
Oh my god, it's 2XKL.
Yeah, two times knockout.
The art
Of course,
style
that makes sense.
looks good. If that's gameplay, then
that
it
is
looks
gameplay.
really impressive. I'm sure it'll be fun for those who enjoy that. It gives me a bit of a Valorant feel.
Same devs, so that makes sense.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I think for what it is, it looks good. Tim, if you say it looks good, I will back you and say it looks good.
I've played quite a lot of 2XKO. It's very fun. And you know what?
The thing
it's
to remember
free.
is this means you have to download Riot's launcher.
Which is why you'll never see me playing it ever.
Joey, I'm going to let you take the next game.
It's Resident Evil. We got gameplay for Requiem. I was mega hyped about Requiem when we saw it for the first time at the Summer Games Fest. I have become a little bit less hyped as the time goes on. Now Leon's back, I don't know how I feel, because Leon is a very cool character, probably my favourite character in all of the Resident Evil games, because he's cool and does ninja kicks. However, I just don't know if I care that much about Requiem.
When I saw this, when I saw they're bringing Leon back, and they're having this whole... what's the name of the character that you play as in this? Is it Claire or Sarah or something?
I think.
Claire. So... her side of things is very much like the puzzle, like survival horror kind of thing, like your typical Resident Evil tropes. And then in the announcement, like for the extended preview for this, they were like, Yeah, and Leon's going to be the action shooter side of things. And I was like, oh god, they're doing Resident Evil 8 again.
No, this is my problem. They're not doing Resident Evil 8. That was Village. No.
No, Resident Evil 8 was the one that looked like it was a giraffe blowing itself on the logo.
No, that's 6.
6, yes, 6. Sorry, not
so
8.
So this is what I think my problem and why I care less and less about Requiem, because they have Leon as one character, Claire as another, and 6 was horrible.
6 was bad.
6 was so bad I might put it as a teehee one day. But I really want this game to be good, and they had a really good thing tearing away from what they had and moving to Ethan Hawke. Village wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. 6 was bad, and 6 was the last mainline game in chronological order where Leon was the main character. This looks like they have gone back to the action-orientated Resident Evil that everyone thought was stale. So I want this to be good, but I'm not sure.
Have you got to wonder then, because you were saying that Ethan Hawke, and he was the one in Village, wasn't it?
Did
you say it was Village?
In 7 Village, yeah.
Is there some degree of he wasn't well received as a character, or the games weren't well received?
The games were really well received.
Yeah, especially 7. 7 was, sold real well.
But since 7 and 8... they have gone and done remasters, and I worry that people have gone, oh, the remasters are good, the original characters in the original setting are good.
I forgot how cool Leon was.
That they've cherry-picked the best games out of Resident Evil to remaster. That's my worry for it.
When will the Resident Evil 5 remaster happen?
I would be uncomfortable about buying that.
There's some questionable voice lines.
Do you know, I'm not going to pre-order this. I pre-ordered Silent Hill F in the end. I'm not good that I did that. I'm not going to pre-order Requiem. I will wait to see how it reviews before I think about purchasing it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk now about a little puzzle game that looks like it could be quite interesting. Order of the Sinking Star. Now, when they were discussing this at the Game Awards, there are 1,400 puzzles in it.
14 billion puzzles.
14 quintillion puzzles. So there might be quite a lot of replayability about this, but it seems like worlds merge kind of thing. Different levels merge together, and depending on where the world has come from or what character is on it, they have different abilities.
Well, Jeff Keighley said when he was announcing this game, he was like, I know the developers of this, they've been working on this for 10 years, and then they showed this trailer, I was like, this took 10 years? This doesn't look like a 10-year development game. It's Chip's Challenge with extra steps.
I think it looks okay. I think it looks fine. It's got an interesting idea. Jeff Keighley says he knows every developer and every game is the best thing he's ever seen, so take it with a pinch of salt.
I think the 10 years is more to do with the number of puzzles and how they interact with each other.
But
because it's almost like a kind of, for the puzzles, it's almost a bit sort of tile building the world together kind of thing to traverse.
If they can...
So obviously, depending what puzzle you choose to put on the next slot, they're going to interact differently, so I'm guessing that's where the 10 years comes from.
But if they can pull off the world split and rejoin thing well, then yeah, you'll probably have something interesting on your hands. But to me, it just doesn't look like 10 years worth of effort. I think
10 years in development is a buzzword for this. They might have had a meeting about it 10 years ago, shelved it for ages until they had time, and now they've started it.
Yeah, until 9 months and 6 months ago.
Regardless of what its development time is like, I actually think it looks like an okay puzzle game. It looks interesting and presented quite well. It doesn't look like a game that you'd sit and play for 5 hours. It looks like a bit of a pick up and play, but it looks okay.
That's the thing, it looks okay.
Yeah.
Exodus is a game that I was excited about when it was announced. It's a sci-fi game from the guys...
Archetype.
Apparently it's Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
I think it's Wizards of the Coast Publishing.
It's Archetype Studio, who I think are... they were ex-BioShock devs?
I think that's right, yeah.
Or ex-Mass Effect, one of the two. It looks interesting. It looks like it could be fun, but there's not a whole lot of gameplay in the trailer. It's a lot of cinematics, so it's hard. It can be quite hard to judge.
I mean, I'm looking at the trailer. I really don't remember this.
Me neither, at all. To the point where when you said it and we started watching the trailer, I was like, I don't think I've actually heard of this game.
No.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's ex-devs from BioWare.
Oh, well, there you go, yeah. Like, the environments look cool, I guess, and, like, the create a floor with your own arm kind of thing looks interesting. But that's probably the best way I could sum it up.
Such a negative Nancy, Tim.
I'm trying not to
He's
be.
punching a bear.
It's a big armoured
I
bear,
appreciate the
Tim.
bear punching. I don't like bears, so, yeah, punch them.
Is that because they're natural predators of rats?
Yeah, naturally. But I think presentation-wise, it looks, I'm going to say good to great, but I just don't know how I feel about anything gameplay that we've seen.
Well, there you go.
We've got another from Wizards of the Coast we're going to talk about. Tim's favourite class in D&D, Warlock.
It sure is. It's basically just a game where you play as a Warlock.
Eldritch Blast the game.
Good for it.
I don't think there was any actual gameplay in this trailer, was there?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, and if it looks anything like this, but the worry is it all style and no substance? Because this trailer looks very cool, but if it just ends up playing like Skyrim...
What if it plays like Gollum?
I want it to play like
God.
Qubits.
I want it to play like Fez.
What if it plays like Pong?
Cool. And you're
Could
casting spells back and forth.
What if you cast views on it?
What if?
Yeah, I mean, it looks okay.
Well, we don't know anything about it other than a title.
No, literally, it looks okay. I don't think it looks spectacular. I feel like Dungeons and Dragons games often have a pretty good story, and this is where you guys are going to shout at me. I feel like sometimes they're hamstrung by their enemies. You often get very similar styles of enemies. Like that one, we saw skeletons and glowing skeletons. And I feel like we see that quite a lot in D&D style games.
It's one of them, because the trailer shows us nothing of the gameplay, it could be something like Divinity and Baldur's Gate, where it's a turn-based combat game, open world, RPG exploration. It could be like Skyrim.
Yeah, but I feel
it could
like
be
it
like
needs
Neverwinter Nights.
It needs to be the former to be like get its full potential.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens from it, but
I'm guessing it's going to be some form of action game.
yeah, I'd almost put money on it.
Yeah. Screamer. I don't quite understand why they went for a hyper anime stylized 3D model for the characters, but then went like lighting with photorealism for the cars. It's a really weird blend.
It's a weird disconnect, isn't it? And I mean, like, you know, if they'd just gone, let's do Initial D, the video game, sold.
Yeah.
Absolutely sold. But they've done a weird blending of styles in it, and I don't like that. We just saw in the trailer there that car that exploded towards them. That car looked like it had been photoshopped in from another game.
So is this a racing game or is it a story game?
Yeah, it's a narrative-based racing game. The thing I don't like about this art direction is the lack of commitment to one or the other direction. Because right now, we've got this... I'm not going to say the cars are hyper-realistic because we're seeing them jump and explode and do cool stuff. But the lighting is pretty realistic. But then we're met with this animation of the people that's done in a 3D anime thing. But you know in budget 3D anime where where between the key poses it takes too long to get there?
Sorry,
No,
I do appreciate the Cowboy Bebop reference there, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
No idea what you're talking about, but to me it looks like a fan edit for an anime.
Yeah.
It looks like they've taken an anime, taken a racing game, separate, stuck them together and gone, look how cool this is.
Like this,
Wow.
the story elements absolutely smack of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but then you get to the actual racing element and it's more like Need for Speed.
I'm trying to think what was the last narrative racing game I played. And the last one that honestly comes to mind is F-Zero GX for the GameCube.
Midnight Club 2.
Joey?
Think of one.
Need for Speed Underground 2 or Need for Speed...
No, Formula 1 has a narrative mode.
So where you get into a fist fight with Max Verstappen?
No, I can't remember the name of him, but there is like 2 or 3 games that have a story mode. It's terrible.
Cool.
This,
This is Control Resonant.
can I come out the blocks and say I've never played Control?
Me either. It looks interesting, I've just never
We should
played
do
it.
for the pod.
Well, let's... Do you know what? I needed something to put for December. Sorry, for March.
December? Fuck it.
For my first main line for the new year, so maybe we'll do Control.
Cool.
I think it's in our Steam library. Let me just double check.
I have a copy of it.
Alright, cool. We're doing Control in March. Check that out on the 9th of March.
Wow.
So, from what I understand about Control, you play as... And I'm going to broaden this to Control Resonant as well, just looking at the trailer. You play as someone in a third-person over-the-shoulder shooter puzzler game where you have a direct influence on the reality and environments around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was briefly reading the Wikipedia for the original Control just to remind myself of it a little bit. And you work for like a anti-government intelligence group, and it takes a lot of inspiration from SCP style creations.
All right.
Because there's a lot of like reality bending and fuckery.
There's big set pieces within it which look really cool, but I think this trailer looks pretty good. It's definitely an announcement rather than a gameplay thing. But you know, they hit the big piece in Control 1, as I understand it. So why not?
Why not?
Why, Delilah? Why?
2026.
Yeah.
Nice.
Could be fun. Could be interesting.
I would like to take the lead on this next one, if I may.
I thought you might. Go
I've
ahead,
never
Tim.
heard of this series, Tim.
So that's because Gang of Dragon is a new series with the worst name. So this is made by I can't remember the name of the guy who's heading this studio.
John Dragon.
Who
is it? Nikoshi or something like that?
It's something like that. But he was the creator of the Yakuza series. There you go, Nagoshi Studios.
Nagoshi, yeah.
Yeah, so this is made by the same people who originally made Yakuza back when it was on PS2, and it shows. Like, it really shows. So don't get me wrong, Yakuza I know and love for its goofy side quests and dramatic stories that are a little bit over the top, but still, you know, emotional, interesting, intelligence. This looks like it's embracing more of the gritty side of things, like back in the original Yakuza 1, 2, and arguably 3 games. But it's a whole new guy. We're going back to Kamurocho or Kabukicho, depending on who you ask. It looks interesting. The thing that I thought of when I saw this was, wow, this is kind of giving me the same energy as Sleeping Dogs had with its relationship to GTA.
Sleeping Dogs, people still revere it, though. So
they do. And this, like, it's obviously only cinematic we've seen of this. We don't know anything about it other than a cinematic trailer exists. But I love the Yakuza series, so I'm probably going to give this a look.
I've never played a Yakuza game. The closest I've ever got to Yakuza is Shenmue 2. So, take that as you will. When I saw this trailer, I thought, this looks like it's going to be fun.
We need to get you on some Yakuza in the podcast. I think I've actually got a...
Yeah, you've got it in February. Yakuza Pirates in
Shenmue
Hawaii or whatever
related to
No, not
Yakuza.
at all.
So, was that a bit racist?
Could be. Right, let's talk Street Fighter the movie.
Tim.
Right, this film has been in the works for ages. It's drawing inspiration from characters, everything from Street Fighter 2 to Street Fighter 4. We see that with the fact that Balrog's in it, who was in Street Fighter 2, but he was named M. Bison at the time, and then Capcom got in trouble because they were like, that's clearly Mike Tyson, so they changed him to Balrog.
Is that why they changed it?
That's why they changed him, because Mike Tyson's publication team got mad at Capcom for it. But yeah, we've got a few big names in here. We've got a couple of wrestlers who I'm not going to pretend to remember the names of. I think Cody Rhodes
and Roman Reigns.
There you go. We've got 50 Cent as Balrog. We've got Jason Momoa as Blanca, which is going to be fun to see him as a big green jungle animal. We've got, classic Street Fighter staples. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li. We've got Dalsim. We've got Dan Hibiki for some reason. We've got Joe, who is not a playable character, but was the blonde guy who gets his face punched in the intro of Street Fighter 2. We've got, who else? Zangief, who is being played by a Dutch bodybuilder who is 7'2" in real life. He's fucking huge. But from what I've seen of the trailer... it looks campy and goofy, which is exactly what I want from a Street Fighter movie, especially if we're, drawing at least a little inspiration from the original 90s one. And B, it looks like it's got pretty good choreography. The fight scenes from what we've seen in the trailer look fun. They look interesting. They're using the environments dynamically. It looks good.
I'm not a big Street Fighter guy, but I think this is absolutely something I'm going to go to the cinema and see.
Cutscenes, maybe.
But the thing is,
you guys maybe watch fucking FNAF.
I think from what they said of the announcement, we're looking towards the back end of 2026.
Yeah.
Halloween time-ish.
That's fine.
Can I just say, Cody Rhodes looks great in his role as whoever the guy he is with the big flat top.
Guile.
So we watched Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
We did watch Tekken as well because of all the triangles, but we watched Mortal Kombat, and that was a really good fighting game movie. This, and I'm going to use a comparison that I know very little about, this looks like Marvel, whereas that Mortal Kombat looked like DC. In its kind of, DC is more grit and realism, and this looks campy and over the top.
Which is great.
Which is what Street Fighter needs to be, right?
I'm here for it, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong, Street Fighter has definitely tried to be I'm edgy and dark, but
be scared of me, girl.
It doesn't suit it when we've got characters like fucking Cody, who
like Guile.
Yeah, Guile, whose entire design is based on a fucking JoJo character. But then we've got Cody, who can control tornadoes, wound up in prison, and is now the mayor of Metro City.
We've got Vega in a pink suit with a mask.
That's not Vega. No, Vega has the mask, but he doesn't wear a pink suit. He's a shirtless Spanish boy.
I thought he wore a pink suit in this, or am I going mental?
Dan Hibiki wears a pink suit.
Where is he?
There's Eric Andre as Don Hamengo. I
don't like Eric Andre. Is that
He's got a pink suit.
That looked like Dan Hibiki being kicked, not Vega.
Guys, this is not a video version of the podcast. Let's move on.
That's Vega, but anyway, continue. Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight.
It's another Lego game. Can we just move on?
Yeah.
Looks like it's fine.
Tomb Raider's back.
We got two Tomb Raider announcements.
Tomb Raider.
I don't care about Tomb Raider in the slightest, but we got Tomb Raider Legends of Atlantis, which is coming out in 2027. Sorry, Tomb Raider Catalyst is coming out in 2027.
And then Tomb Raider Legend of Atlantis, which is a remake of Tomb Raider 1, but coming out in 2026 for the series' 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That part's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Is this the second, third, or fourth time we've rebooted Tomb Raider, though?
It's a lot.
At some point, we have to admit that it's not working.
No, it is working, because have you played the rebooted versions of Tomb Raider?
I did, and I enjoyed those, but then they stopped.
Well, it was in the period of time. So what Alex said about Game of the Year and stylising games, it was when Uncharted was really popular, and it was a Tomb Raider version of Uncharted, and it was really good. And they did 2 of them, maybe 3, and the 2 I played were good, but it doesn't make me go, oh, I really love the Tomb Raider series. I feel like Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis is a little bit like nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
Whereas Catalyst, I'm not sure what it is, really. But Legacy of Atlantis has dinosaurs in, so it looks better.
Sold.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense for Legacy of Atlantis to be made, because it's a remake of the very first game from 30 years ago. That's a fun milestone to celebrate. I don't know why we have Catalyst, though.
Well, she just touched the dinosaur print in the trailer, so
dinosaurs confirmed real.
Now for the weirdest announcement of all.
The one that
Awards.
baffled all of us. People who've checked out our streams will know that in the past we've played The Forest 1, and then we played Sons of the Forest.
The Forest was one of the first things we streamed.
It was, yeah.
I would like to play more of Sons of the Forest because it was fun. But, what the fuck is Forest 3?
I don't... It looks Lovecraftian.
So I was at work today and I got a message on Teams from one of our business development people. They just sent me a message going, Alex, I've got an important question for you. And I was thinking, oh, here we go. They're going to need some information. They're going to need something from me. And then the message popped up and it said, Forest 3, ? Thoughts? ? And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Did he say, it's Alex from the Game Club podcast. He's famous and cool.
Alex
He's
of
on the
Game Club
internet.
Pod fame.
But it's... Because I think... Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not end up launching into space in one of the... At
The end of The Forest 2 is
Did we go in a rocket
sci-fi.
or was it a helicopter?
It's like an elevator.
space.
Yeah, no, there's like an elevator
Yeah,
that
no.
locks you in and it takes you up to space.
Right.
We didn't
I think it was
finish
me, you
It's
and
quite
Chris
a pain.
played it, didn't we, Joey?
No, we never finished it.
Did we never finish it?
No, we never finished it. I don't think we even got near the end game.
So this is a series where you're trapped on an island on your own, and there are cannibal cults and spooky, weird government experiments going underground. Suddenly we're now on Swamp Moon with Lovecraftian demons.
Yeah, I don't get it. When I watched this, I thought, I've never heard of Forest 1 and 2, and it took so long for me to realise
Yeah.
it was The Forest. It just... I don't think Steam will crash, like when Sons of the Forest released.
No.
Because of the hype for this.
It
It looks interesting. If it was his own IP, maybe I'd be more interested, but...
I think even if the trailer explained that, you survived this island and you survived this and now you've been lost in space in cryostasis for 10,000 years and you've woke up here, some sort of explanation for the complete departure from what we were used to.
Yeah. Dragons and stuff. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. And it looks like gameplay as well, which baffles me.
But I'm gonna do it again, and I'm sorry, Joey. This feels a bit Death Stranding to me. Like, you've got the overhead claw, you've got a scanner in your hand. The monsters are weird and kind of shadowy Lovecraftian weirdos. And even we saw it earlier in the trailer, there was a HUD where you scanned one of the monsters and it put an orange box around it.
Yeah, honestly,
It doesn't look...
just didn't get it. It doesn't look bad, but it's not gripping in any way.
It's not the Forest.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the Forest.
That's the issue here, is it's not the Forest.
Yeah.
Anyone care about Invincible versus new
Tim
character?
does.
That would be me. So, Invincible Versus is a fighting game. Woo! 3 versus 3 fighting game set in the universe of Invincible by Robert Kirkman, who is having a direct hand in the development and presentation of this game, which is great. It's being made by the guys who make Killer Instinct, if you've ever played that, and Killer Instinct is fucking sick. But this is a brand new original character that's not in the comic books called Elemental. She is meant to be a minor Earth superhero who is definitely in the wrong categorization of hero. But we're seeing a pretty in-depth gameplay trailer of her. No sign of assists for her, but lots of point character stuff, and we get to see a really cool super.
Is she the Avatar?
Basically.
Right, okay.
Which is great.
I will be honest, never given a single shit about the Invincible series.
The show
good.
is meant to be really good.
It's pretty good. There's some characters that are a little bit insufferable on it, but the main plot is pretty good.
I've had it really, really heavily recommended to me, even as someone who's not asked about cartoons.
Yeah. This
Speaking of
looks
cartoons.
great. I am in for this. I was watching this with Payne and was like, I want to get this. It is a game that's clearly inspired by things like Split Fiction and
Kepler
It Takes
again.
Two. Yep, Kepler again. This is a very small dev team making a game called Orbitals that is heavily inspired by anime in its visual aesthetic. You can see there's clearly a lot of old school Toriyama influence. There's a lot of old school, like Cowboy Bebop in kind of the lighting and color choices. But it's a joint co-op puzzle platforming adventure, which I know they're pretty dime a dozen these days, but this presentation is unique as shit. It looks really fucking good, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive.
Cool, that means I never have to play it.
Well, see, now, this is the problem for me, because I really like the look of it. I really like the 90s sort of space anime aesthetic to it. The puzzle gameplay is neither here nor there for me, but if I would sit down and do a full playthrough of this with someone like Tim, quite happily, but it's a Switch 2 exclusive, and I think they're shooting themselves in the foot with that. Like, really shooting themselves in the foot with that. If they released that on Steam, it would get... I think this would do really well if it went on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, wherever. But they've decided that it's only for Nintendo.
It's probably going to be a case of they'll release it down the line. But right now, it's just confirmed for Switch 2.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think down the line... I think down the line, the hype for it will have died.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred.
A game I've downloaded 3 times, but still never opened.
So this was a trailer for new DLC or a new event that's coming up in Diablo 4.
Well, even Eurogamer aren't sure. Look at the little summary. They've just put Diablo's next expansion?
Question mark? Because it was never really clear if it was... It wasn't made clear whether this is an in-game event that's going to happen, or if it was an expansion pack that's going to happen, or if it a DLC. It's some kind of advancement on the story. It's just, how are they presenting it? Are they going to go, right, give us 20 quid for another... Well, let's be real, it's Blizzard. Are they going to go give us 50 quid for a DLC?
I think all of the expansions are free on Game Pass.
That's good.
I
played a lot of Diablo 3 and really enjoyed my time with it, but then I just didn't try Diablo 4, and I kept on hearing negative things about it. And I will fully admit, I'm not a boots on the ground kind of guy when it comes to Diablo 4. I couldn't tell you the specific problems with it, but this feels very late into Diablo's life to be putting this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I picked up Diablo 4, and it was because I used to love the Diablo games, and Diablo 4 was okay. It felt very... I don't know. It's hard to really nail it down. It was missing something. I don't know if it was just missing the character and the style of the older Diablos. Maybe I was looking at it through nostalgia glasses and I was going, give me Diablo 2, and it wasn't. But it just felt like something was lacking from it.
Fun, by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
But what we've got is a very cinematic trailer of a paladin and some sort of demonic wizard having a fight.
They're usually referred to as necromancers, Tim.
Thank you.
Marvel Rivals.
Never played, looks fun. It's basically Overwatch in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, and it's an announcement for Deadpool, which is the cash cow that keeps on giving.
Well, people like lol so random humour.
Well, I don't mind Deadpool. I think he's a good character. He's probably quite good for this game. I don't think I'll ever play Marvel Rivals. I've heard good things. I have no
intention of ever playing it.
But from what I've seen, it just looks like the sweatiest game you've ever seen. Like, I feel like the no-life on Marvel Rivals is unparalleled.
I do know a few people that play it, and they're always on it. Always. Yeah. Forever.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I think we know the same people. Anyway, 007 First Light.
Yeah, with Lenny Kravitz as the big bad.
Yeah, because in a podcast I listened to, one of the hosts has met Lenny Kravitz a few times, and he says he stinks. And when I look at this, I can't get over the fact that Lenny Kravitz smells bad. When I first saw First Light, I was like, "Ooh, the new 007 game. This could be fun." And then every time I see it now, I'm like, I care a bit less about this game.
Can I be real with 007 games?
Go on.
They peaked at everything or nothing for the PS2, with Willem Dafoe as the big bad.
No, I just need to search which one that is.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Hi.
He's making some difficult... Everything or Nothing was shit.
No, it was fun.
It had a good opening level, and that was it.
No, it was good. There was a cool bit where you got to pick between a Porsche that clearly wasn't an advertisement and a motorbike by Porsche that clearly wasn't an advertisement.
No, there was one really good one. Trying to find out what it was called.
The multiplayer was insane.
What was it called, Tim? What was it called?
I don't know. Are you thinking about the GoldenEye remake for the Xbox 360? Question mark.
I believe you played as Daniel Craig's 007.
Was that not GoldenEye? 007 game, Daniel Craig. Chainsaw? Bloodstone?
I don't think it was Bloodstone either, God knows.
Legends?
I don't know. The first level you were driving a Aston Martin, that's what I remember.
Don't remember that one.
Yeah, maybe
it's probably Bloodstone.
Maybe I made
I can honestly say I've never played a 007 game.
I don't think you'll start with this one.
I played a lot of Everything or Nothing. It had a weird all-star cast for what it was, but I found it fun.
Good for you, Tim.
Thanks.
Lords of the Fallen 2. This is a genuine Souls-like.
Yes.
Lords of the Fallen Remake 1 was fine. I got soft-locked after the first boss and got too annoyed to put it in to start up again. I think if I hadn't got soft-locked after the first boss, I maybe would have continued and enjoyed it, but I didn't, so here we are. It looks okay.
I need to ask about this trailer, and the Eurogamer article we're working off of here mentions it as well. Why was it to the tune of Pet Shop Boys?
I think it's trying to do that thing of... Do you remember when Mad World came out with Gears of War? And every now and then you get a really serious gameplay trailer with a not serious song. That's all I think it is. It's
it
weird.
Just seems so weird.
Work.
And I guess as a marketing tactic it's worked because we're talking about it. But...
Well, it's Ghost's cover of the Pet Shop Boys, this.
Is it Ghost's cover?
This is Ghost's cover of It's a Sin.
Ah.
It's a great cover, but the cover is not the gameplay. And from what we're seeing of the cinematics, yeah, it looks pretty good.
It looks like a great little game, yeah.
There you go.
I often want to garrote dragons with chains.
If you can get past the first boss without getting soft-locked, it might be worth a go.
Well, Joe, I don't know if you saw at the end of the trailer there, version 2.5 is out now. So they've probably fixed that.
Well, maybe.
Wow, maybe I'll go back to it one day.
One day. Saros. I don't remember Saros. I don't remember what this is.
God, they announced so many fucking things.
I'm seeing a lot of tentacles.
This looks like Dark Souls 3.
There was something in this game about the sun explodes repeatedly.
Interesting.
I think it's around about this time what trailer where they say a line that's something along the lines of how long ago was the last sun death?
Well,
and I don't. It's obviously it's quite again we've got quite Lovecraftian style monsters, but it's a sci-fi style.
It's a
gameplay
third-person shooter bullet hell. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that as a gameplay mechanic. Yeah. I love me a bullet hell.
Could be interesting. It could be absolute guff, but like some of the cinematics look really nice in it. Some of the visuals, I'm just confused what it wants to be.
That creature in the background was about to summon Shenron.
You've got a release date, April 30th, so you don't have long to wait.
Yeah. No lore. Yeah, it looks like Blade Runner. It looks like a Blade Runner game, which is to say that it looks like a cyberpunk game.
It's a sci-fi FPS that tells you literally just about everything you need to know.
That looked like President Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising burying people in concrete.
Tim's in.
I kind of am.
The sort of story of this game is everything's gone to shit in the world and it's all roving gangs of bad people, a la The Purge kind of things. It's The Purge and Cyberpunk mixed together, and you play it as a guy who just wants to look after his plants. You play as Joey. He wants to look after his plants and be left alone.
Yeah.
And then you eventually go, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, you play as me.
Yeah.
Looks all right.
Looks fine.
Okay.
I'd say it goes a bit further than that. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Cool. Total War, Warhammer 40k. The video is age restricted. I mean, it's another Total War game, and I really like the Total War games as far as like strategy sims go. But yeah, it's Warhammer 40k, but with Total War. To be fair, it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah. The first thing I did when I saw this trailer was I messaged Robotic Battle Toaster and I went, have you seen the new Total War Warhammer game? And he was like, yes.
They should just call it
looks
Total
fine.
Warhammer.
If you're into that kind of game, you're sweet. But yeah, I might pick it up, I might not. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves.
I love Ace Combat 6 and 7. They are so much more melodramatic than any Ace Fighter Jet game needs to be. There's like conspiracy shit from the ground up. And I'm so here for this. Because like, let's be very clear, it is not a flight sim game. This is dumb action bullshit with a ridiculous plot thrown on it, and you happen to fly in fighter jets. 100% my bag, and I think Pete Jacker from BAP is also a big old Ace Combat fan, if I recall.
I believe he is, yeah. It looks fun. It looks like a good time.
Yeah.
But I'm worried what the price point on it's going to be.
Don't we all? I did not see this trailer at the Game Awards, so this is the first time I'm seeing this.
Star Wars Galactic Racer. So remember when we said put a pin in the conversation about pod racing games, Joey? Here it is.
Yeah. Racing game for Star Wars. Hell yeah.
Do they have big head mode?
If you can build your own pod racer in this game with some kind of modular system, a bit like how No Man's Sky makes its ships, I am 100% here. If I can make my own pod racer, you've got me.
Why would you make your own when you can just play a Sebulba? But also, they did the funny Star Wars wipe cut, which I'm always a big fan of. So.
Yeah. It's just one step away from a star wipe.
It is. Or the heart wipe that I put in one of our episodes recently.
You did. I really hope this is only a little thing, and I really hope they include this Easter egg from the original Star Wars pod racer on the N64, where if you plugged in a second controller, you could control each engine independently with one hand.
God, that sounds awful.
It was really fun, like really fun. But I really hope they incorporate that into this in some way.
How does that differ from just having one controller and using the left trigger and the thumbstick for the left engine and the right for the right engine?
So if you remember about the N64, it had a controller that was designed for squids. So it was a singular joystick.
Yeah, it had the penis in the middle, didn't it?
It did, yes. So there wasn't a left and right thumbstick. It was only the central one plus the triggers. The shoulder buttons and the Z trigger. So the idea was that you could control the acceleration and the power of the engines and the steering with the engines, one in each hand, like you're piloting a dual-engine pod racer.
Right, now I'm sold.
It was so fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Star Wars Galactic Racer looks like a good time.
Yeah, looks fun.
Out of words.
It's another game I can get mixed up on the title of. We've got the Outer Wilds, the Outer Worlds, and now Out of Words.
I mean, it's
this
just
is
like,
not a new-looking game. Have I seen it? This has been on our review request thing for ages.
This doesn't look familiar to me.
Looks fine.
I mean, it's clearly got a very distinct art direction it's going for in that it's hand claymation. Which is
claymation.
Yeah, it looks fine.
cool.
Yeah. Phantom Blade Zero. I don't remember this trailer.
Doesn't remember.
I remember this trailer. For some reason, you are a ninja with a baby.
Raising a baby ninja.
Baby ninja.
What? Why have we now got a slew of games where you play as badass loner man on a mission with some form of child? Death Stranding did it, and now Pragmata and Phantom Blade Zero have gone, yes, that.
We're making a new genre called Father Simulator.
That's what this is. What it's like.
It's going to ask Joe. Is this like at all close? Or?
Yeah, my everyday.
Do you frequently have to go out carrying your son while having a dual-bladed scimitar in the other hand?
Yes, he often
Fighting
carries
off,
it for me as well.
Evil people.
The Midlands is crazy.
The Midlands do be crazy.
Yeah,
It
but
looks good.
Looks fun.
It looks like a good game.
Yeah, looks very fun.
The combat looks smooth.
The combat, I was going to say, looks very first Berserker Kazan, which is cool.
Bless you.
Thank you. By the way, play first Berserker Kazan. It's fucking sick. But no, it looks great. It looks very free flowing. Looks satisfying to do. It's got an interesting parry system. Yeah. Next game up is a game that I don't think anyone asked for.
This looks like it. This looks like it's been in development for 10 years.
I love me some Mega Man.
In that development in year one.
Yeah, I love me some Mega Man. This ain't it. This they brought back Mega Man for Mega Man 11, I think, back in 2018, and it was okay.
This looks like man.
Remind me, was this the closing announcement, Joey?
No.
No.
This was definitely towards the end.
This is in order, I think. The closing announcement is the last one on this page.
I remember seeing this trailer and thinking, okay, why?
No one asked for this. Like, it looks okay, but I don't think there was anyone like being like, I need Mega Man. I need me a new Mega Man game.
Yeah. Desperate cash grab. Anyway, Neo 3. I don't think I've ever played any of the Neo games.
Good. Neo's really fucking good.
We've got Neo 1 and 2 in our shared library.
It's fantastic. It's how do you want to phrase it? It's pretty close to things like Sekiro and Dark Souls, of course, but like it feels a lot more like moment to moment action gameplay.
It's also very steeped in lore. It loves lore.
Loves its own lore. But no, it's really good. Really bloody good.
It looks cool.
And you can't go anywhere without sprinting. So that's always nice.
Well, that's how I get around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see him out of breath at the bus
Now,
stop.
this
Well,
is
here we
the
go.
last game.
The last trailer.
This is Meh, the game. It's a...
High Guard.
Wait, this was the last game?
Yeah,
This
were
was
like,
the last game announcement.
Oh.
Jeff Keighley before it was like, and here we have this really big announcement from the guys that created Titanfall, and everyone was like, oh my god, and then this came out and it was nothing interesting.
Alex, what was that first-person shooter multiplayer game that we played a little while ago? Where it was a bit like Overwatch, but like you started the battle on horses.
Paladins.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Paladins.
Well,
but
this
modern.
is the same developer. Well, it's from the creators of Apex Legends, who I believe are the same studio that did Paladins. I
don't
could
know.
be wrong.
But like, I know they made Titanfall, which is where a lot of Apex Legends mechanics comes from. But this is absolutely the hey, can I copy your homework from Paladins?
Paladone, bro.
Pala, don't do that to me.
And it's a blend of fantasy and typical FPS. It's a hero shooter.
It's a hero shooter that has League of Legends mechanics.
Well, with
It
lanes and
just-
stuff.
Yeah, the lanes, the statues.
Which I think Paladins had, didn't it?
Paladins absolutely had lanes.
Meh.
So it's
So
Paladins.
It's a hero MOBA.
But like the whole idea, I know the idea is it's more of a capture the flag focus. I think.
Just like... No.
No,
No.
this feels like
This-
it could have been a game mode
Do you
in
know what this-
Apex.
Do you know what this looks like? And I've seen other people say it. It's going to go the way of Concord.
Of course it is. It's going to be around for about 3 months, and then just go, oh, we're ending support for High Guard.
Yeah, it's going to be. It'll be around for 3 months. It'll be riddled with microtransactions and sweat.
We'll read the last bit of the bio on it.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
free
to
too.
play.
Yeah, so microtransactions. I mean, the thing is, there was so many games at this TGA that could have taken the final spot.
Divinity should be in that spot.
Divinity, yeah, for an example, Divinity, just to scroll through,
Well, I'm not being funny. Even Mega Man would probably be more deserving of that spot than High Guard.
Lords of the Fallen could have even...
Yeah.
It just... There was a lot of... there was a lot of absolute tosh announced, but there was a lot of good... Tomb Raider could have been the final announcement.
Yeah, that could have been really good.
Like, there was a lot of things...
saying there was a lot of tosh. I think there was a lot of games that span genres that a lot of people will be very excited about. But High Guard, for me, I can't think of any group that will go, oh my god, I have to play that.
The problem is High Guard is going to feed into those communities of people who play things like Valorant and things like League of Legends and Apex Legends and the MOBAs and the hero shooters, the Overwatch fans. This is purely to cash grab from them because they will eat it up.
But if they enjoy it, then great. Like, games are games, they're made for everyone. But I don't know if I agree that they will eat this up, because it looks like a poorer quality version of an established style of game.
Well, I feel like, given how vast Apex is these days, which is another free-to-play game by the exact same studio, unless they're winding down Apex, which they're not going to do anytime soon, given how much of a cash cow it is, I don't see what purpose this game has.
It doesn't fill a niche, and it doesn't fill a gap in the market.
Yeah.
It just, like you said, it could have easily been a mode. It could have been a mode in Apex. It could have been new hero announcements for Apex. Instead, they made new games of it, and I guarantee that there will be asset reusers from Apex in it.
Maybe.
But that was everything that was announced at the Game Awards.
But what were you saying? Sorry, Tim?
Just that was everything that was announced at the Game Awards. That was it.
That was everything that was announced, yeah. I mean, like I said, there's some
good show.
good stuff in there. What are we most excited for?
Divinity.
Apart from Divinity.
Divinity again.
Joey, can you give us a real answer?
The Badger looks fun.
Yep, I'm excited to have more people try
2XKO. Go do that. Thank you.
Bradley the Badger, not Barry the Badger. Now, there was a few games in this. Solstice 2, I think I would put my... If we had to not go Divinity, Solasta 2 would be my pick.
I want Pragmata to be good, but I don't think it's going to be.
Fair enough.
What about you, Alex?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want Pragmata to be good, because...
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I want it to be good. I also want Exodus to be good, but... Again, the more I see of it, the less convinced I am. But,
I'll do it.
Control Resonant looks really good.
Does look good.
Gang of Dragon I'm
looks
excited for.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Nice.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
It's an
get out
hour
of
and a
here.
half long episode that I've got to edit. Thanks.
I give the announcements a B.
I give it an A-.
I give it a 5 out of 7.
I give it 4 thumbs up.
Is that the perfect 5 out of 7?
Thank you all. Good night.
It's the season of joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone.
So,
Voices in your ear, you're never alone.
Alone.
Every day in the game clubs,
Cheer.